you're a creative of any kind, whether you're an artist, a filmmaker, a songwriter, you've probably experienced something like this. You are creating, you're making your work, and it looks fantastic. Everything's going great, you're improving, and then all of a sudden, you hit a wall. Almost overnight, you go from creating work that you're super happy with to completely sucking and feeling like you lost all your skills. And you're wondering, how is that even possible? How does that happen? I want to share this with you because I'm lucky that I found it early on in my artistic journey, because it made it so much easier to deal with this kind of feeling, and it helped me realize that it's part of the process, that everybody goes through it, and knowing why it's happening made it easier to get through it. This isn't a concept that I came up with, by the way. I'm just sharing it because I want as many people to be aware of it. This graph that I'm about to show you was created by Mark D'Alessio, who is a fantastic artist. He's a landscape painter. He's been doing it for years and years, and he's been in all sorts of shows. He's won awards. He's taught I don't know how many workshops, so he knows his stuff, and he's taught a lot of people. And he realized that this was something that kept happening with a lot of his students, so he tried to visualize why that was happening. And this is the graph that he made. First, I want to share what he had to say about it. This was shared on Reddit, but he also shared it on his website, and I'll leave the links down below in case you want to check them out. But this is what he had to say, and then I'm going to break down what this graph actually means in simpler terms. I've studied and taught in traditional painting ateliers for 20 years, and one thing I've always felt was true is that you can only improve your technique if you can see your errors. Thus, periods of frustration, when you see your work as terrible or at least problematic, should be treated as positive moments in learning to draw and paint. So what does this graph show? Well, it shows a few things. Number one is the fact that the progress isn't gradual. Sometimes there's ups, sometimes there's downs, and sometimes it plateaus for a while. It also shows two lines. One that refers to our ability to see mistakes and issues with our work and the work of others, and the other refers to our skill level. Now, when those two are at about the same level, that's when everything is going great. We can see the problems in our work and we have the skills to fix them, so we feel like we're progressing. But sometimes we get to the point where we start to see problems with our work that we don't have the skills to fix yet. We might even know exactly what's wrong with our work. Maybe it's values, maybe it's edge control, maybe it's our perspective, but we don't know how to fix it, even though we know that it's wrong. And that's when the frustration happens. That's when we suddenly feel like our skills have left us, like we have gotten bad, we've regressed, and we don't know how to paint anymore. Obviously, that's not the case. We haven't regressed. We've just gotten better at seeing the mistakes in our work that were always there, but we just couldn't see. Finding out about this made it so much easier for me to deal with those moments of frustration, because it taught me that it's a normal part of the process. It's something that everybody goes through. And they're a learning opportunity, because there are moments where you realize that you could be better than you are, and they push you to get to that goal. Hopefully this is something that was new to at least some of you, and that will help you deal with these moments without feeling as frustrated. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.